All right, guys. So it is official. Word in these internet streets: Miss Marvel's Disney Plus show is officially delayed to 2022. After more than 20 interconnected theatrical films, Marvel Studios' decision to venture into episodic storytelling was seen as a huge gamble. One Disney Plus series would have been ambitious enough for the record breaking studio, but instead, Marvel Studios scheduled 6 series for 2021. 6. In addition to churning out 4 theatrical films to date, each series has been a success as WandaVision generated awards nominations. Loki laid the groundwork for the MCU multiverse and theatrical films. But now, on the heels of the trailer for Marvel's 5th Disney Plus series of the year, it appears the studio is looking to keep that number at 5 and bump its sixth series to the 2022 date. Disney Plus series Miss Marvel has been bumped. According to Variety and Adam B. Vary, Marvel Studios has moved its Miss Marvel Disney Plus series from its late 2021 slot to 2022. Miss Marvel stars newcomer Iman Vellani as 16-year-old Kamala Khan, who possesses the ability to alter her shape and size in the comics. Following her series on Disney Plus streaming service, Miss Marvel is set to star in the Captain Marvel sequel titled The Marvels, alongside Brie Larson, Captain Marvel, and Tiana Paris, Monica Rambeau, who was last seen in WandaVision. That's just too much of a marvelous thing. Considering how crowded the MCU's end of the year calendar is, this move is no surprise and was even expected due to recent rumors of a February 2022 release date. Also, since Eternals and Spider-Man No Way Home are debuting in theaters this November and December respectively, and since Hawkeye's first episode isn't set to drop until November 24th, another series would run the risk of Marvel's crowded slate cannibalizing itself in regard to viewership. However, the decision to move Miss Marvel to 2022 could work in the studio's favor now that Vellani's series and The Marvels are both now releasing in the same year. Miss Marvel will also join the ranks of She-Hulk and Moon Knight, which are both slated for 2022 Disney Plus release, although it's possible that additional MCU series could be announced for the next year during the Disney Plus Day on November 12th. So look for this Miss Marvel to debut in 2022. And I like what they're saying here as far as February. That would probably be the date. From what I heard, it would be early February, and then they would go into Multiverse of Madness, and then in April we would get She-Hulk. And then in June or July we would get Moon Knight, and then of course we're going to get another season of What If. So yeah, that's what it's looking like. Officially delayed. This series is one that I am looking forward to. I know this is going to be like a teeny bopper teen kind of drama thing, kind of like what they're doing with Spider-Man as far as being in high school and everything. So this would be kind of more along the lines of Runaways. That was on Marvel TV, and a lot of us older fans, we don't really relate or really get into it. But Marvel's trying to do something for everybody. What intrigues me about this show is, well, number one, how they're going to handle her powers, because we've heard they've kind of made her a Green Lantern in that she has a bracelet or something that is where her powers come from. So does that mean that she's not going to be an Inhuman? Are they not going to have Inhumans in the MCU at all? There's a rumor floating about that the Inhumans TV show that aired on ABC would be featured in this Miss Marvel Kamala Khan show, but it would be like she was watching it on TV, as to kind of dismiss it as it was not like a real show. Like it's not a real show. It's like a meta thing. It's like a show within the show, which would kind of fit for how cheesy and how bad the Inhumans were as a show. But I was hoping that we could get some sort of hint towards Miss Marvel being an Inhuman and maybe having them appear. Now, whether that happens this season or not, because this is her origin, they may not do that. But this, with the actress they got and her appearing in the movie, it's easy to see that she could come back for a season 2. And they're starting to announce a lot of season 2s. Like, we know we're getting Loki season 2. We know we're getting What If season 2. There's been rumblings of WandaVision season 2, although I don't see how that would happen. I don't think it would be a continuation of what WandaVision was. That was kind of a one-off, and there's a reason why it was nominated for a limited series. But they could continue that story. There's been talks now or rumors that She-Hulk is getting a season 2, and they, I think, just wrapped, doing this season. So I think this is something where they're setting up their talent to appear on the big screen in a capacity like a supporting role capacity, and then just have them do their series. But unlike regular television, instead of doing it every year, they're doing it like the movies, where every 2-3 years you're gonna get the season 2 to Loki or Ms. Marvel. And if that is the case, I do hope that a season 2 of Ms. Marvel, they can really explore and really go into and introduce the Inhumans, because at that point you're looking at like 2024, 2025. We should have mutants and all of that explained, and then that would be a good place to introduce Black Bolt and the Royal Family and reintroduce them into the MCU, and maybe even set them up for a spin-off so they can have their own show on Disney Plus. You might as well explore every corner of the universe. So I hope that they do that. So that's why I'm really intrigued about what this show is going to introduce, what it's going to mean. The people behind it, I like their work. I've seen some of their work. I really like what they did with Bad Boys, the latest Bad Boys movie. I'm interested to see how this actress is going to portray this role, because this character, it could be big, you know what I mean? Like, she could be like one of the faces going forward for Marvel. So I think it's big. I think the special effects is probably why they decided not to rush it out and just delay it. It's only really like a couple of months delay. When you think about it, it's like 6 months, but next year is jam-packed, man. They're gonna have just so much content coming over the next 3 years. They may run the risk of cannibalizing their own projects, so we'll see. But it's official, guys. Ms. Marvel's been bumped to 2022. We're not getting it this year. So what do you guys think about that? Are you excited for this series, or do you just really not care because it's not your cup of tea? Let me know down in the comment section. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And I'm out.